Okay, so our unit that we're starting is the heat and temperature unit. And our first topic in this unit is using energy from heat. All right, so using energy from heat. So people have relied on thermal energy or heat since ancient times. For example, to cook food, to keep warm, and so on. But just keep in mind while we're going through this unit is that uncontrolled heat, it can burn or scorch food. It can also destroy buildings and homes. So here, just a little bit of history here in this diagram, and again, this is from your textbook. We have here open fires being used to cook food, but again, they're hard to control, dangerous, and messy. And then we move on, and here we are looking at open wood-burning fireplaces. So they can draw the warmth from a room. And then we also have modern gas fireplaces that use energy efficiently, directing warm air back into the room. Here we have pioneer stoves. These kind of stoves, they did both heat the room as well as cooking the food. On this side here on the right, we have modern stoves. They're much more aesthetic, so attractive. They're easier to control and relatively safe to use. In this diagram here, we are looking at the Inuit hunter has built an igloo shelter right here. And when he perspires inside the igloo, that moisture actually condenses when it hits the ice, and then it seals the igloo, and therefore, again, providing warmth. Here in this figure, we have some sod houses, which you probably learned in social studies. They were built from sod, and they provided protection from the weather, and that soil also helped to prevent heat from escaping. Here we just have a timeline again showing the history of early heating technology, right? So we have humans creating fire. So like we saw here, it's like an open fire used to cook food and to stay warm. Then we have some central heating where heat travels from one source to different areas of a building. Then we have the first chimneys appear in Europe. Here we have then fireplaces with chimneys that are built into the walls of buildings. This is a cast iron stove. It heats the room pretty evenly, but the heat is not escaping up a chimney. Then we have central heating reappears, and this time it's using coal. Then we have the forced air heating, and now we also have electric heaters. All right, there's something to think about. So this is just a short activity. So just close your eyes, take a mental tour of your own home, and just think about yourself going from room to room, and think about the household items that make or use heat. All right, so this slide here, we're just looking at some more uses of thermal energy. So we just discussed the different in our household items, but these are more household items that also use thermal energy. So clothes dryers, hair dryers, we have water heaters, kettles, different types of kettles. This is a stovetop kind. This one here is an electric plug-in type.